Hey friends, tonight I'm going to tell you a true crime story, very softly, so you can drift off to sleep while unraveling a chilling mystery hidden behind a bedroom door. So before you settle in, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you truly enjoy what I'm doing here. I'd love to know where you're listening from and what time it is for you, so feel free to share that in the comments below. Now turn off the lights, let your fan hum gently in the background, and let's begin tonight's journey together. You lie back, blankets pulled up to your chin, and let your mind sink into the soft hum of this story. It begins in a college town you might easily imagine. Brick dorm buildings, the scent of cheap takeout drifting through late night hallways, and sleepy students who trust their beds are the safest place they know. You share a tiny dorm room with Emily, or M as everyone calls her. She's all freckles and sleepy smiles, the kind of girl who borrows your sweaters without asking, but always returns them with a candy bar tucked in the pocket. You don't know yet that in the other twin bed, barely 6 feet away, your best friend hides a truth as darker than your blackout curtains. Somewhere between the rustle of your textbooks and the glow of your laptop, you pick up a stray fact about your university's haunted past. Back in 1922, the same dorm was a tuberculosis ward. The beds, the squeaky floors, they've soaked up decades of whispers and death rattles. It's just a local ghost story, you tell yourself. You'd laugh about it over pizza, except tonight, M hasn't come back yet. You check your phone, 1:47 a.m. You text, "Where are you?" No reply. You hear a door creak open down the hall. You hope it's her. At this point, let's pause for our first strange historical truth. Did you know that tuberculosis wards often kept windows wide open year-round, even in brutal winters? They believed fresh air might save the lungs. Meanwhile, patients froze under thin blankets. A whole generation learned to fear cold drafts more than coughs. Anyway, you drift near sleep when you hear it, M's key rattling in the lock. The door opens, clicks shut. Her steps shuffle across the room. She doesn't say a word. You peek through the blanket gap, just her silhouette undressing in the dark. She slides under her covers, facing the wall. Something about her shape feels wrong tonight. She doesn't hum herself to sleep like she always does. She doesn't toss and turn. She just lies there, still as stone. A little joke for you to soften this chill. College roommates should come with a warranty. If they break emotionally, can we swap them for a plant? Plants don't keep secrets. Back to the air now. The room's heavy with your own breath. You close your eyes. Sleep catches you finally, dragging you down before your mind can cling to that unsettling thought. What if the person you trust most is the one you should fear in the dark? Before you drift too deep, here's a morsel to chew on. Scholars still debate whether true evil is born or bred. Was it a hidden spark in M's bloodline, or did this old haunted dorm shape her secrets? No textbook agrees. No professor dares declare it fact. But tonight, you'll lie there, inches away, none the wiser. You shift, turning your back to her. Her breathing never changes, but neither does your heartbeat, though maybe it should. Tomorrow, you'll wake to headlines you won't believe. But tonight, you sleep beside a killer, and your dreams have no clue. Morning sunlight cracks through the blinds you forgot to shut last night. It lands across your face like a soft slap, dragging you out of the safest sleep you'll have for a long time. For a split second, you forget the strangeness of the night before. Then you glance over. Emily's bed is empty. Sheets ruffled, pillow still warm, but she's gone. Your phone buzzes against your cheek. A text from M. Coffee. Be back soon. Smiley face and all. Normal, right? So normal you almost ignore the faint throb behind your eyes that whispers, not normal, not today. You roll out of bed, feet hitting the cold tile floor. Someone once told you dorm floors never truly get clean. Layers of secrets pressed into linoleum, generation after generation. You chuckle to yourself. Maybe that's why you wear socks to shower. You rummage through your shared mini fridge, half a yogurt cup, a leftover slice of pizza too rubbery to save your morning. Your phone buzzes again, but this time it's a campus alert. You swipe lazily, expecting a weather warning. Instead, big red letters. Police presence near campus housing. Remain in your rooms. Your gut twists. You reread it, hoping it'll change if you squint hard enough. It doesn't. You open the door just a crack. The hallway hums low, voices behind doors, an RA's voice muffled but urgent. Stay inside, lock your doors. Your heartbeat stumbles, picks up pace. You think, where the hell is M? And almost immediately, you scold yourself. She's probably at the cafe across the quad, sipping a latte, oblivious to this weirdness. She always calls you dramatic. Maybe she's right. A knock rattles your door, not a polite knock, a cop knock. 4 sharp raps that say, open now or we will. You hesitate, then twist the handle. 2 uniformed officers and a plainclothes detective stand like stone statues. One officer's eyes dart around your room, landing on the unmade beds, your breakfast disaster, the pile of textbooks. He clears his throat. The detective, a woman about your mom's age but with eyes like polished steel, steps forward. Are you the roommate? She asks, her voice so soft it feels wrong against the hard lines of her badge. Yes. You answer more like a question. She sighs, glances back at her partners. We need to ask you a few things. May we come in? You step aside. They file in, heavy boots squeaking on your ancient floor. The detective sits on M's bed, smoothing the sheet like she owns it. Then she looks you square in the face. Did Emily come home last night? You nod. Late. I was half asleep. She didn't talk to me. Did she seem upset? Was anyone with her? Number, just her. She went straight to bed. A pause so long it crawls under your skin. You can't help but whisper, what happened? The detective's eyes flick to your desk. A photo of you and M from freshman year, arms tangled, cheeks pressed together, giggling at something just out of frame. She picks it up, studies it like it holds a hidden clue. Then she sets it down and answers, slow and careful. Emily is under investigation for her connection to a recent homicide off campus. We believe she may have been with the victim last night. She might be in danger herself, or her mouth flattens, or she may have been involved. Your brain refuses to hold these words. They slide right off, like oil on water. Wait, no, that can't be right. M. She's my best friend. One officer shifts behind you. The detective keeps her gaze locked on yours. I know this is hard, but we need to find her. Do you know where she might go? Anywhere she hides when she's scared? Your mind races. A million memories flicker. Study nights, karaoke bars, the library basement where you'd nap between exams. None of it feels like a crime scene. Another soft fact to ground you. Did you know that in the 1800s, people genuinely believed criminal tendencies could be measured by skull shape? Phrenology, they called it. They'd press fingers against your temples, trace the curve of your forehead, and declare you good or evil based on a bump near your ear. Pseudoscience makes great horror stories. Back here in the present, the detective stands. She leaves you with one final request, spoken gently enough to hush your pulse for a moment. If she contacts you, call me. Immediately, please. They file out, leaving behind the smell of coffee on their coats and the cold taste of betrayal on your tongue. You close the door and lean your back against it. A tiny laugh bubbles up, sharp and bitter, roommate from hell, literally. For a moment, you wish you'd believed the ghost stories more than the girl sleeping beside you. And somewhere out there, Emily M. is smiling at some barista, spinning her next lie. You shiver. Sleep tonight will not come easy. But for now, the day stretches ahead, and the truth, whatever it is, lurks just around the corner. Hours drift by, heavy and directionless. You pace the square footage of your dorm like an animal in too small a cage. The detective's card sits on your desk, half buried under your Intro to Criminology textbook, a cruel joke from the universe, maybe. Your phone stays clutched in your hand, but Emily doesn't call. She doesn't text again. The campus stays locked down until dusk, when sirens fade and whispers grow louder than facts. You catch pieces through your door. They found the guy in the river. They think she did it herself, like stabbed him, then just walked away. No way. M? She once cried over a squished bug. You almost laugh at that. Almost. Because your head aches from trying to match the M you know. Soft voice, gentle hands, freckles dancing when she smiled, with the blood and fear painted in rumor. As the sky turns bruised purple, you break. You slip on your shoes, hoodie zipped to your chin. You need to breathe, to see proof this nightmare isn't real. You tell yourself, one quick walk, then back inside. Campus feels deserted. A few brave souls smoke by the library steps, eyes darting like prey. You drift past them, hands stuffed deep in your pockets. You wander toward the coffee shop, where M always orders extra caramel. It's closed, police tape fluttering at the door. You stand there stupidly, staring at the tape like it might spell out an answer. Instead, your phone vibrates. Unknown number. You answer without thinking. A sharp breath on the other end. Then her voice. Hey, you. Your knees go weak. You lean against the cold brick of the cafe. M, where are you? They're looking for you. The cops came to our room. What is happening? She laughs, soft, strangled. I didn't mean for it to be like this. He deserved it, okay? He wouldn't stop. He tried to. Her voice cracks into static. Where are you? You beg. but she ignores you. Do you remember the old greenhouse behind the arts building? Meet me there, please. You're the only one I trust. The line goes dead. You stare at your phone, at your reflection, in the dark screen. This is the part in horror movies where you scream at the idiot who runs toward danger. And yet, here you are, the idiot, already moving. You cut behind science labs and art studios, your footsteps swallowed by the damp grass. The greenhouse looms ahead, a glass skeleton in the moonlight. Broken panes, vines crawling where roses used to bloom. You slip inside. The smell hits first, earth, mildew, something coppery beneath. A single bulb flickers near the back, and there she is, M, hair a mess, hoodie dark with stains that you pray are just dirt. She spins at your approach, eyes wide. For a heartbeat, she's just your roommate again, your partner in late-night ramen, your keeper of secrets. But secrets rot, don't they? You whisper. What did you do? She sinks to the dirt floor, hugging her knees. I didn't plan it. He pushed me. I grabbed the knife. He laughed at me. I didn't mean to. She gulps air like drowning. You kneel, close but not too close. Your mind races. Do you run? Do you call the detective? Or do you stay just a little longer because some stubborn, stupid piece of you still loves the girl in front of you? Time for another curious truth to ground you in this unreal scene. In ancient Rome, murderers were sometimes sewn into a sack with a dog, a rooster, a snake, and a monkey, then tossed into the river. Poena Culi, they called it. An execution, but also a warning. Monsters belong with monsters. M looks up, mascara tracks cutting through dirt on her cheeks. She whispers, "Will you help me?" "Please?" You always promised. Your throat dries. You almost crack a joke. "Sure, M. Let's pack you in a sack with a monkey and call it even." But it dies on your tongue. Above you, the bulb flickers again, shadows dancing across shattered glass. You see her clearly for the first time. Not a friend, not a ghost story, but a truth you'll never scrub from your skin. The wind rattles the greenhouse frame like an omen. You lean in, your voice barely more than the hum of your own heartbeat. "Okay, M, but after this, there's no going back." She nods. Somewhere deep inside, you know there's no going back for you either. Scholars debate whether humans can truly know another soul. Tonight, in this ruin of roses and glass, you discover your answer. You crouch in the broken greenhouse, the smell of wet earth sticking to your clothes as if it wants to remember you. M's knees press into the dirt, her breath shallow, eyes darting like a cornered animal's. Somewhere in the distance, campus security sirens wail again, muffled by the heavy glass panels that used to nurture rare orchids long before college kids found better uses for abandoned greenhouses. You swallow the fear in your throat. You remind yourself, she's still M. She borrowed your clothes, cried on your shoulder after her last breakup, got you to skip class to watch terrible horror movies on rainy Thursdays. She's still M. Except now there's blood under her fingernails, crusted into the folds of her hoodie. You tell yourself not to stare at it. You clear your throat, forcing your voice to stay soft. Tell me everything, from the beginning. She shudders, pushing back matted hair. Her words come out in pieces, drifting through the greenhouse like stray pollen. He, he followed me. I said no, so many times. He grabbed my wrist. I thought, I thought if I pretended, he'd let me go. She pulls up her sleeve. Deep purple finger marks bruise her skin, ugly against the freckles you know so well. He wouldn't stop. So I found the knife. I didn't plan it. I swear. Your hand itches to reach for her, but you keep it planted on the cold floor. One wrong move, and the fragile trust between you could snap like a dried vine. Outside, the wind rattles a pane loose. It falls, shatters near your feet. Neither of you flinch. You whisper, "Where is he now, Em?" Her eyes glaze over, voice flattening. Dead. They found him by the river. I dragged him there. I thought the current would. She swallows the rest. Silence blooms in the glass cage around you. Time for a strange truth to anchor you. During medieval times, rivers were considered sacred judges. If a corpse floated, the soul was guilty. If it sank, innocence. By that logic, M's victim is either a monster or a martyr, depending on whether he bobbed or drowned. A joke slips out, because that's all your brain can handle. Should have just fed him to the dorm ghosts. Less paperwork. M cracks a smile so small, it's gone before you trust you saw it. Her hands twist in her lap. "What do we do now?" she asks, like you have the map to a life past murder. You stand, wiping dirt from your palms onto your jeans. You scan the greenhouse, broken pots, rotting vines, old garden tools rusting under spider webs. Nothing helpful, nothing that screams escape plan. You think fast. We can't stay here. They'll check this place eventually. You need to hide somewhere better. M nods, rocking back and forth. You help her stand, surprised by how light she feels in your arms, how breakable. The two of you step out into the night air. The greenhouse sighs behind you, glass trembling in the wind. You pull up your hoodie hood, slip your hand in hers. It feels like walking a ghost through a world that still pretends to be sane. A fleeting academic debate flickers in your mind. Can trauma erase morality, or does it reveal what's buried deepest? Philosophers disagree, psychologists publish papers, but no one has an answer tonight. Tonight it's just you and her and a secret heavier than your combined body weight. The quad is empty, campus lights flickering like distant stars. You tug M along the shadowed edges, avoiding camera posts and squeaky security carts. She whispers, "Where are we going?" You hush her. Somewhere they won't think to look. You lead her to the old maintenance tunnels, an urban legend among students. They say bootleggers carved them during Prohibition, sneaking moonshine from lecture halls to frat houses. Some swear the tunnels connect to the city's forgotten sewers. Most students are too chicken to check. You, however, have been inside once, freshman year, drunk on stolen beer and bad ideas. You know which vent stays loose behind the chemistry building. You wedge your fingers under the rusted grate, grunting as it pops free. The air sighs out, musty and damp. M hesitates at the opening. You look back at her, mud-caked shoes, trembling shoulders, and whisper soft as the wind, "Trust me, I won't let them take you, not yet." She nods. You drop into the dark, boots splashing into ankle-deep water. She follows, the grate clattering shut behind you, and just like that, you vanish from campus. If the textbooks ever tell this story, they'll forget the smell, wet stone and old secrets, or how your heart banged against your ribs so hard you feared M might hear it and mistake it for betrayal. In this dripping tunnel, your best friend is a killer, and you, maybe, are next. The tunnel swallows you whole. Cold air wraps around your ankles like a cat you can't shake off. Damp walls pressing closer the deeper you guide him into this hidden artery beneath your college kingdom. Each footstep splashes into decades-old water that smells like old pennies and broken promises. Your phone loses signal after the first bend. Good news or bad? Hard to say. No signal means no detective calls, but also no calls for help if this mess turns on you. M's footsteps echo behind you, too light, too fragile. You keep looking back, half expecting her to vanish in the dark, but she's always there, her shadow bobbing in the beam of your cheap keychain flashlight. When she slips on slick stone, you catch her elbow. She flinches from your touch like a feral thing. Easy, you murmur. We're almost there. Your voice echoes oddly. You realize how close you both are to disappearing. 2 specks on a police report, whispers in dorm gossip. You pick a spot under the old humanities building, a dry nook above the tunnel floor, once used for maintenance storage. A rusted pipe drips a slow beat, like the pulse of the place itself. You set your backpack down, dig out the granola bar you stuffed inside hours ago. Eat, you say, pushing it into her hand. She obeys, each bite so soft you barely hear it over the dripping pipe. While she chews, you lean back against the brick wall. This place feels like a tomb. No windows, no time, just you and the truth you didn't ask for. A random truth drifts in to distract you. Did you know in Victorian England, tunnels like these were used for more than just coal or booze? Some universities built them to let women move unseen between dorms and classes, protecting their virtue from prying male eyes. You wonder what those prim Victorians would think of you now, holed up with a killer best friend. M finishes the bar, wipes her mouth with her sleeve. Her eyes glimmer and your flashlights tremble. I didn't know where else to go, she whispers. I know, you say, because what else is there to say? She scoots closer, knees touching yours. Do you hate me? A laugh bubbles up, a bark of madness in the quiet. Hate you? I don't even know you. Not really. Her face crumples like old paper. She buries it in her hands, shoulders jerking. No sobs, just dry heaves of guilt you can't touch. Your flashlight flickers. You smack it against your palm until it steadies. The shadows dance around you, teasing at the edges of your sanity. You break the moment with a terrible joke. Next time, let's just fail a midterm together. Less dramatic. A weak giggle leaks out of her fingers. You want to hate her for that sound, how normal it is, how it yanks you back to movie nights and coffee runs. But you can't. You just can't. Above you, the world turns. Police walk circles around campus quads. Students trade gossip for clout. The detective with steel eyes replays your interview, searching your voice for cracks. Meanwhile, You sit in a hole under the humanities building, planning your next lie. A sudden question needles you. Could you do it? If push comes to shove, if you have to protect her or yourself, could you kill? Scholars fight over that one too. Some say humans are born pacifists, corrupted by greed or fear. Others claim violence is coded in your marrow, a survival tick left over from your Neanderthal ancestors. Nobody agrees. Lucky you. Maybe tonight you'll find your own answer. M lifts her head, eyes raw, but her voice steadier. What now? You run fingers through your hair, tugging at the roots until it hurts enough to focus. Now, you stay hidden. I'll bring food, clothes. You'll wait. Let things calm down. She nods. She trusts you. God help you both. You kill the flashlight. Darkness drops like a curtain. You listen. Drip, drip, drip. Her breathing. Your heartbeat. Outside these walls, you're still innocent. In here, innocence is rotting by the second. You let the dark swallow you both, wondering if daylight will ever feel honest again. Hours stretch thin in the tunnel belly. You doze, half sitting against the wall, neck bent at an angle it'll punish you for later. M curls up on a flattened cardboard box you found in a corner, her hoodie drawn tight, face hidden except for the occasional twitch of a dream she can't escape. You wonder what she dreams now, some clean past where she never met him, or some forgiving future where her hands are bloodless. You wish you could peek into that sleep, rearrange it, make it kind. Instead, you run through lists in your head. Food supply, almost nothing. Clothes, just what's on her back. Money, your sad student checking account. An exit plan, non-existent. You resist the urge to check your phone. There's no signal this deep, and besides, you dread what waits. Missed calls from the detective, frantic messages from your mom, campus blast alerts you can't unraid. Above your head, the world is spinning toward an ugly collision, and down here, you sit and do nothing. You shift, feeling the ache in your lower back. Another fact drifts through your foggy brain, an anchor in this floating dread. During World War II, families in London sometimes lived in tube stations for weeks during bombing raids, whole neighborhoods underground, babies born in train tunnels, while above them, firestorms ate brick and bone. Humans have always hidden underground, you tell yourself. You're no different, just another lost thing trying not to be found. M stirs. Her eyes crack open, finding yours in the stale dark. Hey, she rasps, voice soft but heavier than before. How long? You check your dead phone like an idiot. A while. Want water? She nods. You hand over a half-empty bottle from your backpack. She gulps it, gasps like she forgot how to breathe. Thank you, she whispers, handing it back. For staying. You shrug. Couldn't let you redecorate the tunnels without supervision. A small laugh huffs out of her, genuine. It guts you a little. Then she goes quiet, eyes drifting to a spot behind you, far away from here. Do you think people are monsters? The question pins you to the wall harder than the bricks ever could. You answer slowly. I think people survive. Sometimes surviving makes them monsters. Sometimes it makes them complicated. She hugs her knees tighter. Her whisper trembles. I don't want to be a monster. A debate echoes in your head. The old argument about moral relativism. Is an act evil if done for survival? Can context bleach blood from your hands? Philosophers bicker about it in papers you half read for class. Down here, none of those footnotes help her sleep. You lean forward, voice barely louder than the drip, drip, drip. You're not a monster, M, not to me. Maybe that's the cruelest lie you've ever told. A squeal of metal snaps your thoughts. Somewhere far down the tunnel, an old door creaks. Footsteps? Echoes? Or just your paranoia coiling tighter? You hush her with a finger to your lips. She freezes, listening. Silence returns. You exhale, long and shaky. We can't stay here forever. We need a better plan. She nods. What if I run, like really run, cross the state line, new name, new... You cut her off with a sharp shake of your head. They'll check bus stations, airports, your mom's house, your old summer camp, everything. You can't just disappear alone, not anymore. Her eyes glisten. Then what? You force calm into your voice, folding panic behind your teeth. We buy time. I'll sneak out, get supplies, make it look like you left campus, give them a trail away from here. Then, when things cool off, maybe there's a chance. She watches you, hope and horror wrestling behind her eyes. You'd lie for me? A humorless laugh leaks out. I'm already lying. Might as well commit. And because darkness needs a terrible joke, you add, relax. If we get caught, I'll just blame the dorm ghosts. She snorts, presses her face to her arms, hiding a smile you can feel more than see. You stand, spine crackling. Rest. I'll be back before sunrise. A truth to pocket as you crawl back into the world. In ancient Greece, criminals who sought sanctuary in sacred temples could not be dragged out by force. Sanctuary ended only if they stepped outside the holy ground on their own. M's sanctuary is this moldy hole, guarded only by your thin resolve and whatever ghosts might pity her. You slip down the tunnel, heart pounding against your ribs like fists on a locked door. You are her priest, her liar, her secret keeper. You are not ready for what you'll find when you reach the surface, but you're going anyway. You crawl out of the tunnel's mouth like a mole blinking at the moonlight. Fresh air hits your face, and for a fleeting second, you taste freedom. Then the weight of the secret behind you crushes it flat. The campus is different at 3 a.m. Even the buildings seem to lean in, eavesdropping on your footfalls across the damp grass. You keep to the shadows, ducking behind dumpsters and the thick hedges that hide students sneaking cigarettes between finals. Your first stop, the vending machine in the arts building lobby. You pry the back door with your student ID, an old trick M taught you sophomore year when you locked yourself out in pajamas and no shoes. Funny how such a dumb memory now feels like a splinter under your skin. You feed crumpled bills into the machine until it hums to life. Chips, crackers, stale protein bars, junk masquerading as survival rations. You shove everything into your backpack, ignoring the glare of the hallway security camera that swivels lazily above your head. Next stop, the laundry room in the freshman dorms. You slip inside, nose burning from detergent and cheap bleach. You steal from the donation bin some lost and found hoodies, sweatpants a size too big, a battered blanket that smells like stale soap but will have to do. You pause at the exit, watching your reflection in the vending machine's smudged glass. Same eyes, same hair, but your own roommate wouldn't recognize you right now. A stupid fact surfaces. Did you know that during the French Revolution, some insurgents used laundry baskets to smuggle weapons through checkpoints? Innocent bundles of sheets hiding pistols and pamphlets. You too have a bundle, and a secret sharper than any blade. You haul the bag over your shoulder and slip back into the night. The quad is so quiet, your breath sounds rude. A lone security golf cart hums at the far edge of the library lawn. You duck behind a statue, some dead professor, his bronze face staring sternly at your trespass. You wait, count your heartbeats. The cart drifts away. You move again. Every step toward that maintenance vent feels like crawling deeper into quicksand. At the chemistry building's rear wall, you pause. The vent you popped open earlier still hangs loose, a black grin in the brick. You drop to your knees, push your bag inside first, then squeeze your shoulders through. Metal scrapes your back. You hiss but keep going. Inside, you fumble through the dark, one palm on the cold tunnel wall to keep from tripping. Drip, 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 your welcome committee. You half expect M to be waiting at the nook already, but when you reach the little hollow, she's not there. She hasn't moved an inch from where you left her, curled under the cardboard, eyes cracked open just enough to know you're real. Hey, you whisper, unzipping the bag. Got food, dry clothes, some blankets. It's not a 5-star bunker, but... Her arms wrap around your middle before you finish. Her whole body trembles, silent sobs soaking through your hoodie. For a breath, you forget the blood, the river, the detective's eyes slicing through you like x-rays. For a breath, so you hug her back. When she pulls away, you force your tone bright, another cheap mask. Eat something, get warm. Tomorrow night I'll find you a better place. I swear. She nods, tearing into a pack of stale crackers like they're gourmet pastries. You watch her chew, lips cracked, eyes darting at every tunnel groan. This is what trust looks like now, stale snacks and silence in the dark. A debate scratches at your brain. Some argue humans are wired for loyalty. Others say fear always wins in the end. You don't know which side you're proving true tonight. She finishes eating, curls into the blanket. Her whisper floats up like smoke. You should sleep too. You shake your head, pressing your back to the brick, eyes fixed on the tunnel's black throat. Later, just rest. I'll watch. Outside this tunnel, your roommate's a fugitive. You're an accomplice, and the cops think they're close. In here, you're still her best friend. In here, you can pretend. You let the hours slide by, mind numb, legs cramping, drip, drip, drip. Soon you'll have to crawl back out, lie again, move money you don't have. But for now, you guard the monster you made, because once upon a time, she made you laugh so hard you snorted soda through your nose. And maybe that counts for something. You surface just before dawn. The sky is still bruised dark, but a band of hesitant gray peeks above the dorm rooftops, promising light that feels more like an interrogation lamp than a sunrise. Your clothes stink of mildew and vending machine crumbs. You shuffle back to your room, head down, hoodie pulled so tight it nearly strangles you. If anyone sees you now, your eyes wild, your posture hunched like a guilty raccoon, they'd call campus security, or worse, your mother. You pause outside your door, keys trembling in your fist. On the other side, your bed, your books, your normal life pretending to wait for you like a loyal dog. You breathe in, push open the door, and freeze. The detective is sitting at your desk. Same neat suit, same hair scraped into a severe bun. She's holding your mug, Emily's stupid plant lady mug, now brimming with police station coffee. When she looks up, her eyes gut you cleaner than any confession could. "Good morning," she says, voice like a lullaby dipped in battery acid. "Sleep well?" You lie before your tongue can stop you. Yeah. Library all night. Study group. I fell asleep on a couch. She raises an eyebrow, sets the mug down with a click, so soft it could break bones. "You didn't see Emily, did you? You haven't heard from her?" Your throat spasms. "No." A pause. The room hums with the sound of your cheap mini-fridge, the radiator knocking out its death rattle in the corner. The detective studies you the way a surgeon eyes an x-ray before the cut. "You know," she says lightly, "this campus loves its ghost stories. But I think the real stories, the ones about loyalty, secrets, betrayal, those are better." You almost laugh. Almost. She stands, moving closer. She smells like drugstore perfume and the stale car air of overnight stakeouts. "If Emily contacts you again, call me immediately. She's not safe, for herself or for you." You nod. A puppet on strings you can't see. She leaves without another word. The door clicks shut behind her. You stand frozen, a statue made of lies and yesterday's tunnel dirt. On your desk, her card, weighted with a $5 bill like a bribe you'll never spend. You grab your phone, shut the blinds, sink onto the bed. Fingers trembling, you unlock the screen. Messages. Your mom, your roommate down the hall, your professor, all scolding you for missed classes, missed meals, missed reality. You text M. "Me. Still okay?" No answer. You pull your knees to your chest. Your room feels too big, too loud, too bright. You remember a useless fact. In ancient Japan, criminals sometimes hid in Buddhist temples, shaving their heads and posing as monks to escape vengeance. Sanctuary by disguise. No disguise will save you now. Hours crawl. You pace, peeking through the blinds every 15 minutes like a paranoid landlord. By late afternoon, a campus-wide update blasts your email. Emily Parker still missing. If seen, do not approach. Call 911. You chuckle dryly at the "do not approach" bit. If only they knew. You gather your courage, your phone, your second bag of stolen snacks. Nightfall comes mercifully fast. You slip through the back exit again, breath fogging in the cold, heart pounding so hard you fear it might burst out and confess for you. Back at the vent, you knock lightly. Once, twice. No answer. You slide inside anyway, crawling through the iron throat that knows all your sins by name now. The tunnel seems quieter tonight, like it's holding its breath just for you. You reach the nook, empty. Your bag drops from your fingers. M, you whisper, voice cracking. You shine your flashlight, blanket gone, snack wrappers scattered, but no M. You spin, searching for any hint, a scrap of clothing, a footprint in the tunnel muck, a sign, nothing. A sudden truth collides with your chest. Sometimes the monster saves you the trouble and runs first. Your knees buckle. You sink to the tunnel floor, breath coming in sharp, ugly pulls. A debate you don't want scratches the inside of your skull. Maybe she loved you enough not to drag you down with her. Or maybe she never needed you at all. Over your ragged breath, you hear it, the echo of campus life above, laughter, music, doors slamming. The world keeps spinning, and you sit alone in the guts of it, guardian of a ghost you can't find. You sit there for what feels like hours, the cold stone beneath you stealing the warmth from your bones faster than any winter wind could. The tunnel hums gently, pipes knocking somewhere deeper in the dark, water dripping steadily near your shoes. You're so used to M's shaky breathing, filling this space, that the silence roars in your ears. Your mind tries to spin explanations. Maybe she slipped out to find food. Maybe she panicked and made a run for the river. Maybe she turned herself in. But you know her, or you think you did. Emily doesn't run to consequences. She slips around them like water through cracks in concrete. She's not coming back here. A weird detail from class pops into your head. Did you know some ancient cultures believed that if you whispered a secret into a hole in the ground, the earth would keep it safe forever? A hole like this tunnel, like this entire grave you've dug for yourself. You laugh, just once, and it sounds too much like a sob. Eventually, your body's need to move drags you upright. You gather the half-empty bag of stolen snacks, the blanket still damp from tunnel air. You stuff them back into your backpack like you're packing away a memory that doesn't fit you anymore. At the tunnel exit, you pause, flashlight trained on the pitch-black corridor behind you. You imagine calling her name, M. It's okay. Come back. But the only answer is the drip, drip, drip. You drag yourself out through the vent for the last time, knees scraping rust that bites through your jeans. Outside, the night air slams into your lungs like freedom you didn't earn. You stand there, bent double, sucking air like it might scrub your lungs clean. Campus lights twinkle like nothing is wrong. A group of drunk freshmen stumbles past on the sidewalk, oblivious. One of them bumps your shoulder, slurs an apology, and staggers away. You watch them go, realizing with a sharp pang that their biggest crime tonight is underage beer. Lucky bastards. You shuffle back to your dorm, mind blank. When you open the door, the detective's card greets you from your desk, mocking you with its neat little print and that fake promise of safety. You pick it up, flip it over, trace the number with your fingertip. You could call, tell them everything. Say she's gone, say you don't know where, say you're sorry, sorry, sorry. You could keep quiet. Pray she's halfway to Mexico by now. Pray she never calls you again. Pray she never does anything again. Your phone buzzes, an unknown number. Your stomach flips. You answer too fast, too desperate, But it's not M. It's the detective's voice, low and tired. Are you alone right now? You scan your empty room, the rumpled bed sheets that still smell like the two of you crammed in this tiny cell of secrets. Yes, Emily's been spotted near the bus station downtown, she says. We think she's trying to catch a late line out of state. We're moving in now. Silence from your end. You can't form words around the stone in your throat. The detective softens her tone, and it cuts deeper than any threat. Thank you for your help so far. Really. Get some rest. You're safe now. She hangs up before you can lie again. You drop the phone. It thuds onto the carpet. You slide down the wall, head buried in your knees. A final historical whisper drifts through your mind. In medieval Europe, executioners sometimes wore masks not to hide themselves, but to shield the condemned from staring into a human face while dying. Mercy, they called it. You wish you could wear a mask now, to hide from the face in the mirror, to hide from the fact that she trusted you to save her, and maybe you did, or maybe you doomed her. Sleep comes like a mugger in an alley, sudden, rough, and leaving bruises you'll feel for years. You wake to sunlight that feels like an accusation. It burns through your thin blinds, catches the dust on your desk, and spills across the mess of your room. Open textbooks, the detective's card, your hoodie still damp from tunnel air. Your phone is dead on the floor, screen black as a confession box. You plug it in, even though you already know. No missed calls, no messages from M. Nothing but the same stale news updates everyone else reads. A suspect in campus homicide apprehended at bus station, taken into custody without incident. Your chest clenches at those last two words, without incident. How neat, how polite, as if the fear, the tunnels, the blood under her nails could ever fit in that polite space between without and incident. You drag yourself to the bathroom mirror. It shows you someone you almost don't recognize. Dark circles blooming like bruises, lips cracked from too many nights of breathing the lie-heavy tunnel air. You splash cold water on your face. It doesn't help. You remember a fact, one last historical comfort to wrap your brain around. In ancient Egypt, after death, your heart was weighed against a feather to measure the truth in your soul. Too heavy with secrets, the beast Ammit devoured it, and you were erased forever. You wonder if your heart would even tilt the scale now, or just sink straight through the floor. Back at your desk, your phone buzzes, one new voicemail. You don't want to hear it. You listen anyway. M's voice, tinny but clear. Hey you, if you ever hear this, I wanted to say I'm sorry. Not for what I did, he deserved it, but for dragging you under with me. You were the best thing I ever had. I hope someday you forget me enough to sleep easy again. Love you, roomie. Click. Silence. Your knees give out. You sink to the floor, pressed against your unmade bed. You clutch your phone to your chest as if you can rewind time through sheer force of regret. You wish you could hate her. You wish you could hate yourself more than you already do. Outside your window, life bleeds back in. The hum of students heading to class, the shriek of skateboard wheels on pavement, the low bark of a professor chasing someone down for skipping midterms. The world spins on. You sit still. Hours slip by. You don't remember falling asleep, but when you wake, dusk is blooming violet beyond your blinds. You force yourself up, shuffle to your desk, pick up the detective's card one last time. You type out a message you'll never send. She wasn't a monster. She was just scared. I'm sorry. You delete it. Instead, you open a blank document on your laptop. You stare at the cursor blinking at you, an invitation to pour out the version of this story only you know. Maybe one day, you'll write it all down. The ghosts in the dorm walls, the cold breath of the tunnels, the warmth of a killer's hug in the dark. Or maybe you'll bury it. Some secrets deserve to rot quietly. You close the laptop without typing a word. You crawl into bed, pull the covers up over your head, shut your eyes so tightly you see stars dancing behind your lids. Outside, somewhere far away, Emily's name will fade from the headlines. The campus will breathe easier. Fresh gossip will bloom in lecture halls. Inside you, the tunnel remains, cold, dripping, echoing with the promise you made and broke. So now, friend, let it all drift away. Take a deep breath, feel your shoulders sink into your pillow, and let this story melt into the gentle darkness around you. All the secrets, the shadows, the echo of footsteps in tunnels no longer matter. They're locked behind old bricks and police tape, far from the softness of your blanket, far from the quiet hum of your room. Breathe in, hold it for a moment, then let it go slowly. Imagine the weight on your chest lifting with every exhale, each worry dissolving like fog under morning sun. Even if you find your thoughts wandering back to that hidden place underground, know that here, in this moment, you are safe. You are not the keeper of secrets tonight. You are just you, soft, warm, and drifting toward sleep. Feel your eyelids grow heavy, your mind float on the gentle tide of your own breath. There's no detective at your door, no stolen bag of snacks, no last voicemail hanging in the air, just the steady rhythm of your heartbeat, the soft rustle of your sheets, the comfort of being right where you need to be. Maybe someday we'll know every truth. Maybe someday we'll find every missing piece. But for now, sleep well. Let the darkness cradle you like an old friend. Maybe someday we'll know the truth. But for now, sleep well.